kings, queens. Hello, kings, queens, and everything in between. Ebony with an I is Bizak. Queens and everything in between. Ebony with an I is back. I know you thought I was gone, but I'm not. I'm here. I'm back. Been a lot of things going on, been a lot of transitioning, been trying to get my life together, so you gotta understand. Okay, so I know I promised you guys this video a while ago. I took a small hiatus, maybe not small, maybe like the entire year, but anyway, I'm back. Are we still using On Fleek? Probably not. Hello, kings, queens, and everything in between. Ebony with an I is back, finally, I know. So, if you read the title, I am here today to bring back Ebony with an I. It's been, I believe, 2 years since I've last filmed. And honestly, I did film. That's when you saw the whole compilation at the beginning of the video. I did film. I thought about my channel constantly, actually, but it was just hard. For one, I wanted to get some updates, get some better equipment also, and I just didn't feel my videos were up to par. And so I wanted to make sure I produced something good for you guys, something that you would actually want to watch, and something that I could be proud of. And I know I was just starting out, but the video quality was just not good for me. So some of those videos, the sound sounded awful, or the lighting was wrong, or it was just always something I just wasn't happy with. Now I kind of have a setup that I'm more happy with. I still would like some other things, but I feel like I can produce better quality for you. And I'm so sorry about that, but today is an explanation video about where I've been and also some tips that I've learned along the way while I took my break. So let's get started, and Ebony with I is back. So tip number 1 is protect your energy. When I say that, I mean protect your surroundings. Make sure that people who you call friends or even family are there for you. I want to take the time out to say thank you to the people who actually told me, hey Ebony, we enjoyed your channel, bring it back, or your channel seemed like it brought happiness to you, bring that back. And people that I didn't even know watch my videos told me to come back, and that really encouraged me. I want to just say thank you to those people. You don't exactly know what I was going through at the time, but those words of encouragement really helped me, and was able to bring me back to my channel and actually start making videos again. So again, protect your energy. Know who's there for you. Sometimes it can be even older friends that you've had for years that you have to reevaluate the relationship. Maybe they were here for a reason and not a season. So getting to know those things and getting to know yourself while you're protecting your energy. And I'm actually an empath, so when I'm around people, my mood can change to match their mood. When they're sad, I'm sad. I can feel your pain. So sometimes I had to isolate myself, get your energy back to a level that it was. So just knowing yourself, protecting your energy, protecting the people that you associate with, and yeah, protect your energy. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 for surviving 2020 is to chase your dreams. This year, right now at a time where we can't do anything, we can't go outside, and you see I have my survival gear on, because we're surviving 2020 this year, okay? I know it started off rocky. It's only April. We've been locked in our houses for more than 30 days. I've been in my house way longer. This year, we're still going to chase our dreams. This time off from work, or time off from commute, or staying home should give you time to assess your life. What do you want to do? What do you want your final career to be? Or not even your final career, what do you want your next step to be? Chase your dreams, not necessarily what brings you a paycheck. While I've taken this time off, I've reassessed, reevaluated, and tried to figure out what are the things that make me happy, and the thing that will pay me, be able to pay my bills as well, but it doesn't feel like a job. It feels like something that I want to do, something that actually, you know, benefits me, not necessarily financial, but also benefits me, you know, personally, or makes me feel good, or makes me want to do things in the morning. So I'm not going to necessarily share my dreams right now, because that's my other step, but reassess, reevaluate, and figure out what are those things that will make you wake up in the morning and say, this is not a job, this is something that I want to do. So tip number 2, chase your dreams. Tip number 3, keep your goals private, okay? I've always been this person to overshare. Hey, I got a whole channel. But I've been this person that overshares because I've never, for one, what I believe is what God has for you is for you. No man, no weapon, no anything formed against you shall prosper. Okay? So you telling someone your dreams, I don't think they can have an effect on that. I think if it is supposed to happen, it will happen, regardless if somebody is for you or against you. However, I do feel like you should not know, the old saying, you should know, let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. You don't have to let people know everything or every step you're taking to get to where you need to be, or get to your final goal. So those people who you don't necessarily know their intentions, or maybe you haven't even known them for that long, don't let them know every step of your process. Keep those things personal, private to yourself. Journal, write it down. Even your vision boards, do those sort of things. But don't let people in on everything that you're doing. Keep some things to yourself. And it's nothing wrong with sharing. But when it comes to your personal goals, everybody's not going to be for you. That's just tea. Okay? Everybody's not going to be there for you. Everybody's not going to be happy for you. Some people can put doubt in your head. Hey, why are you doing that? Do you think that's the best thing for you? You know? So those sort of things, when it's your personal goals and you sometimes can be swayed other ways, or people can sometimes have an effect on you. You know, we're human. And you can have self-doubt or these things, and you were on the right track starting out, but now you've shared, and now people have the ability to share their opinions and their ideas about it. So tip number 3, keep your goals private. Tip number 4, which is one of my favorite tips, is personal care. When I say personal care, I say taking care of yourself, staying home, getting the rest you need, drinking water, taking your vitamins, minding your business, you know, things like that. Taking care of yourself personally, getting massages. I just got my first massage for the first time last year. Some people are gagging, some people are like, girl, I've never had one, you know. Do the things you need to do so you are healthy internally and you're healthy externally. I'm a fan of face masks. I love a good face mask. Honey, ignore this acne that has just landed on my forehead. I don't know what's happening. I never have breakouts. It's the weirdest thing. Maybe it's because we've been inside for 30 plus days. Who knows? I need some vitamin, what the sun gives? D, I believe. Sunny D, vitamin D. I need one of them. So make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you take that time. You breathe, you walk, you exercise. Drink that water, get those vitamins, do those squats, okay? Just because we're inside right now, make sure you take care of your body, okay? Because we're not going to be inside forever. Again, my 4th tip, personal care. Take care of yourselves, okay? Let's go to tip number 5. Funny thing happened. Half of my footage disappeared. So I'm back. It's a new week. It's a new day. It's a new hairstyle. So we're going to finish this list because we are definitely going to survive this year. We're almost through that midpoint. We have 6-7 months to go, and I'm going to tell you how to survive it. So let's do this. I believe I left off on tip 5, which was know your triggers, but I want to go back to personal care, which was tip number 4. With personal care, I wanted to add that last year I actually started seeing a counselor. I actually started seeing a therapist. And it definitely gave me some insight, and that's what I went there for, to learn a little bit more about myself and how, not how I'm viewed by people, but how I kind of come off to people. Is there some things that I can change about myself? So, and also I needed someone to talk to that couldn't tell my information, you know, legally. So I went to counseling. So if that's a part of your mental care, take care of yourself, going to see someone, going to have some therapy, do that as well. There's nothing wrong with that. And I just wanted to put out there that I went myself. So don't be scared. Just try it out. It was my first time with therapy. And it did help. I did a couple of sessions, and we're getting there. We're getting there. And it gave me a lot of great tips and a lot of things that will connect us to the next one, which is know your triggers. But tip number 4 was personal care. Tip number 5, know your triggers. So as I I've become older. I'll be 30 this year. I've learned the things that kind of change my mood or kind of set me off, or pet peeves, things like that, that would upset me. So what I've learned to either distance myself from that, or maybe it can even be a person. Maybe distance yourself from that person, or maybe don't talk to them when times are a little rough for you, or you're having a bad week and you see that phone call coming in, honey. Missed call, okay? That's the whole purpose of that. Let them leave a voicemail. You'll get back to them, send them a text. Hey, talk to you later. I'm kind of busy at the moment, that sort of thing. Know your triggers. Know what type of things upset you. I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head that upsets me. Know your triggers. Know those things that will alter your mood, and that don't make you happy. Not saying like work or homework or anything. We have to eat, have to work. You have to get, you have to graduate, you have to finish that degree or whatever you're working on. But just things that are not necessary that can be removed, or you can't isolate from, that can upset you. But yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Oh, you know what upsets me? Y'all. People wear, I don't want to offend anybody, but people wearing them UGG house shoes outside the house like it's a fashion statement. I probably stepped on a couple toes, but y'all, it is a house shoe, not a store shoe, not an outside shoe, not a let me go to the mall shoe. You get what I'm saying? That just, ooh. And they're not built that way. And then you walking around, you picking up all the germs, all the dust, all the spit, as my mama would say. And then you just bring it to your home. And you really can't wash house shoes. You can try, but then it messes with the fur. Anyway, you can tell this is a trigger for me. Don't wear them UGG house shoes. You know which one I'm talking about. I'm thinking about $70 with the strap. That's not a shoe. It's not a shoe. It is a house shoe for you to wear in your home. Okay? But yeah, that's just one thing I just thought off at the top of my head. But again, know your triggers. If something bothers you, just learn how to walk away or distance yourself, or call that person back later at a better time when you feel you're in a good mood and you can deal with them. Okay? Tip number 5, know your triggers. Tip number 6. Now this actually came up in my therapy session. It was something that I actually relayed to my therapist. I found that, the tip is limit your social media. I found that when I wasn't in the best mood and I would go onto social media and I was already feeling down, social media could bother me. You see what other people are doing. Of course, social media, people are gonna, I don't know why I'm itching. I'm sorry. Ooh. There we go. On social media, people are only going to post their best life. So you're sitting here like, girl, you going to Abu Dhabi, but you got 3 kids and you work, part-time somewhere. Like, people's situations, but it just seems so fabulous. It's so amplified, it's so glorified or whatever. And you don't know the backstory to that situation. And also, you can just get caught up in that. So another prime example, when I would go, this isn't even social media, but even it's like shopping on Fashion Nova's website. When you see that girl, you know what I'm talking about, built like that ain't even a Coke bottle, but got the big boobs, the tiny waist, and the big butt. And I'm like, I'm not shaped like that, and you're trying to sell me plus size wear. And if you're not in the right headspace, that can really bother you, because you're like, God, I know I go in there all the time and her boobs are like really perky. And I'm like, I want a boob job. Like, I was supposed to be on here by, biker shorts, and now I'm thinking about getting my boobs done, because it's just that image is always burned into our skulls. This is what they're saying is acceptable or attractive. The Kardashian shape, as it's been called, or, the Instagram shape, just the, and everybody's not built like that. The average size is not, the average body type is definitely not like that. So learning, I actually have an app on my phone. I don't even know if it's an app. I'm such an old lady. But my boyfriend introduced me to screen time, where you can limit your screen time on your phone. So you set limits for all your apps. And so you can do like an hour a day, 5 hours a day, however long you want to limit yourself to. And once you are about to approach that limit, it shuts the app down. You cannot go back into it. The only way you can go back into it, of course, you can remove the limits, But of course that defeats the whole purpose of you trying to do it. So if you really want to be strict about it and you need something that will actually help you, the iPhone has prompts or whatever. It has an app, or what do you call that? It has software, I don't know, that will limit your social media for you, limit your app use or your phone usage for you. But again, yeah, I would just see people on trips, and I'm here at my job 9 to 5, I'm tired, and I see you out on the beach, and I'm like, I want to be on the beach. But before I went on there, I was completely fine. That's what freaks you out. Or you'll see somebody brought their mate roses and you want roses, you know, and you'll freak out about it. And it's like, you didn't even want roses before you saw this post, you know. So it's just, if you're going to use social media, especially for your job, because I know some people use that's their, you know, main purpose of communication or main way to advertise their business, is social media. And what you have to realize is how many hours are you spending on there for work, and how many hours are you spending on there personal or for pleasure. And you know, just realize, and then what content are you looking at? Is it news based? Is it gossip based? Is it, you know, meme based or whatever? And is that affecting your mood? Are you more inclined to buy stuff because you see it, or alter your mood because you saw this, or want something that you saw, or envious of something that you saw? So my tip number 6 is to limit your social media, and I promise you it will be beneficial to you. My last tip is to know your worth, okay? This is something I believe that you will work on throughout your life, is to know your worth. Once you start out with your career, or you get your first big break or something, you kind of judge your worth on that. Hey, they paid me $10,000 to do this, so I'm worth $10,000. And I don't think that's true. I feel like life is priceless. Your life is priceless, and you can't put a price tag on you. You can put a price tag on the things that you do, services you provide, skills that you have, but I don't think you as a person, you don't have a price tag on you. When I say know your worth, know how you should be treated, know how you treat other people. Also, what makes you you? Is it family? Is it faith? You know, is it your morals? Is it your guidelines, your pet peeves, your deal breakers? What is it that makes you you? And when you know your worth, no one can take that away from you, and no one can tell you what you're worth. Let's just say I had some trouble with a job before, and I was working at one salary, and then one day they were like, well, hey, we're not going to pay you that anymore. And most people, I feel like, would have been upset in that situation. Even the manager was like, hey, you're not upset about this. You're taking this very well. But I realized a long time ago what my worth was. And with that situation, as long as I can provide for myself, y'all, you know, I've never set like a dollar amount to how much I want to make. I just always said I want to be comfortable and happy. There's no dollar amount for that to be possible. I have a goal salary in my head that I want to reach, you know, before I die, of course. But I never said I have to have this to feel sufficient, or I have to have this amount of money to feel worth it, or this amount of money to just even live. Yeah, that sounds weird, but it's the truth. Like, I've just never set a dollar amount on anything when it comes to my worth and how I feel about myself. And I want to tell you, in this world we're into instant gratification, and even where we're used to likes making you feel like you're sufficient, and that's a good segue from limiting your social media. We're so caught up in likes now, and I'm guilty of it too. Like, I'm like, this picture only got 100 likes, but then the reality is there's some people that don't even get 100 likes on their pictures, you know. And I've really tried to get the best lighting, the best scenery, the best this for my pictures, and then I don't get the likes that I want. This is going to be the first of many, I promise. I have some good stuff coming up for you later on in the year, but this is the first one.
If you made it this far through the video, I want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. I'm going to ask you to like, subscribe, and share this video. Please, please. I promise there will be more to come. And enjoy the behind the scenes of Ebony with the Eye. Stay to the end. I promise it'll be worth it.
Y'all, see, this is why I don't want to film on my phone. I have put on the do not disturb and I put it on airplane mode and it's still ringing. I'm sorry to yell, but I'm irritated. I know brows can tend to be boxy, but we don't want boxes in 2018. We're done with the boxes, especially up here towards the front. And everything is in. Like, I've never seen one that's long line that's able to cover my rolls. Because like, I got cinnamon rolls, golden corral rolls. Ebony with an Eye is back with new hair. I'm giving you all type of Gilligan Island ginger realness, okay? Stab yourself. You didn't have to worry about a lash coming out. It was on.